Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm just going to do a multiple, forgive me, this is a multiple broadcast. I'm going to start off now. You'll be suddenly seeing me on Facebook as well. Second place, on. So, okay. Going to be a multiple broadcast. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year. I know it's been a while, but let's just try and catch up on one or two things. Just want to be sure that we are live. I hope you can see me. Let's have a look at this. I'm just trying to check a few things. I just be sure that you can see me live. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. When you're coming in, please do share this broadcast. Second, just trying to check a few things. I will be in touch with you in due course, but I just wanted to just do a few things. I always share on other platforms, and I'm trying to make sure we do that now. So 1 second, and cross post to more pages, cross post to this page. I'm just trying to do a few things, so bear with me now. Bear with me once I do this. I'm gonna cross post to quite a few pages, so that it's just trying to make sure we get as many people as possible to be in the groups. That one. Okay. That one. Okay. So then I'll put in other groups as well. So, okay. So those of you who are on YouTube, please subscribe. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Share. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon. I know it's short notice. I hope I find you well. There's a few things that I wanted to do. I'm sharing this broadcast. 1 second. Let me just make sure I clear it up. Second. 1 second, please. Give me a minute. Good afternoon. There's a few things that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to just make sure that we are all aware of what's going on. Just give me a few minutes. This will be a broadcast in English today, so please do bear with me. It will be in English, but basically what we're trying to do is to touch base. A happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year to those of you who are on Citizen AY who are not, we've not seen each other for a while. This is on Citizen AY, as you can see the letter headings. They are all from Oduduwa and Yoruba. Citizen AY, sorry. So we're speaking in English mostly. We might use some Yoruba in between, but today I wanted to touch on one or two things, and it's really important. So those of you who are on YouTube, please subscribe to us on YouTube. I'll see if I can post the link up. But today, I wanted to just come on and say and remind us all, freedom is never given. Yes, freedom is never given. You have to take your freedom. Good afternoon. First to join. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. So, what we are trying to do this afternoon is something slightly different. But I wanted to just touch base with you all. Freedom is never ever given. You have to take your freedom. As we know, there are so many things going on in that contraption. I want to see if I can show you some videos today. For example, let me see if I can find your video. I'll see if I can find your video what I'm trying to show you what I mean. Give me a minute. Let me just see if I can get this right. One please can. Let's go back out there and I'll make a change. Just give me a minute, please. This exemplifies exactly the kind of things that we are talking about. And that's why we are trying to make sure that we bring to you this kind of information. Now, I'm going to show you.
Lagos State sat down and said, let's run.
1 second, please. So let's have a look. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. I think I've got it. Now I want to show you something. In that contraption we call Nigeria, they don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about whether or not you're alive or dead. They don't care. They only want access to the resources underneath your feet. Let me see if I can show you something. I'm trying to find a picture. I mean, look at that tanker, for example. Look at the tanker that blew up in Lagos, and the firemen, the lone firemen. These are things that you should have. You should have a system whereby is a functioning fire system that this kind of fire wouldn't even take place. But it happens. They don't care about your life. That's one. Let me show you another one. So now, you see, they told you now to go to go and collect your NIM, national identity card, whatever they call it. They told you go and pick it up, only for people to find out that it's only people are on strike. Now, this government are the same government that are telling you that you should take care of yourself, you should take care of your family, you shouldn't expose yourself. The government should be the one protecting you. The government should be the ones protecting you, but they are not protecting your life. They are exposing your life. If we had anything called the government in Nigeria, they would use all of the computer systems. They would use integrated computer systems to get this information. They wouldn't be putting people out on the streets to be exposed to this kind of danger. Let me show you the video.
Where applicants are not pleased with how much stress they have to go through.
Yesterday I came here around 6 o'clock. People were many here. 6 a.m. in the morning.
Listen.
People were many here. And some people told me that they slept here because of this NIN.
You see?
There was one man that even told me that if I know that I want to do this thing on time, that I should make sure I should come around 2 a.m.
Also in the southwest, it's not different in Ogun State.
You see?
Applicants sit in groups asking for an end to the strike action.
Look.
But
your government in the UK and in other places, they are telling everybody, because whether or not, let's put aside whether or not we agree with the COVID-19, put that to one side. But the fact is they are all saying COVID-19. So everybody, the government in Europe, in America, they are making sure that the people never congregate in groups large enough. Okay, we can not disregard, except for the issue of the Capitol, the US Congress. But in all of the other places, they do not encourage people to go and queue. I am asking those who believe in one Nigeria, please come and explain to us, what is one Nigeria doing for these people? Is it putting their lives in danger, or is it helping them? I'm asking a simple question. Is your one Nigeria, is it helping the people that you see in this video? Let's watch what
management officials here defend their position.
If you go into the ERC, no AC.
You see?
They don't provide money for the fueling of the generator.
You see, the government, we are slaves in our own land. This is what I'm saying to you all. We are literally slaves in our own land. We are literally slaves in our own land. These are the reasons why I hope you can see what I'm pointing out to you. The tanker that burnt, hardly any firemen. There's no water to put out the fire. The whole bridge was on fire. Now we're talking about national identity card, whatever they want to call it, that they are forcing the people to go and get. And yet, they say we have COVID-19. But this same government are telling people to go out under those conditions. Please, understand one thing. If you still support one Nigeria, come and explain to us how this is helping the people. How?
We cannot continue. If some of the applicants come, they prefer to, go and buy fuel. If you buy fuel, and at the end of the day, the applicant, they go out to tell the people that I pay there.
The days ahead will determine how the federal government and its foot soldiers at the NIMC find common ground so that the masses don't continue to pay for their face-off.
So the federal government that is asking for people to go and register cannot make sure that the system is as smooth as possible to make the lives of the citizens better. But you are going to come and tell me that you believe in one Nigeria. This is crazy. The schools were closed as well. Yes. So you are telling people to go and expose themselves. Whether or not there's COVID-19 in Africa, that's fine. We put that to one side for 1 minute. But just look. I'm just saying. Freedom is never given. No. We have to take it. We have to take it. I'm just showing you bits of things that we have got to understand, that we don't have a governance. What we have is a Fulani cabal. They're running our lives. Look, thank you, Abdusalmiu Abubakar. Thank you very much. They are ruining our collective lives. How can a government tell the people, and on top of it, the same government, they stop people from abroad from putting money directly into the account of their families. And they now have to go and queue. Yet they are the same government telling us, oh, by the way, you have COVID-19, stay away from crowds. But they are providing conditions. They are making it impossible for the people to stay away from conditions where they end up in crowds. Please, do you still believe in one Nigeria? Is what I'm saying, is it making sense to you? Is what I'm saying, is it making sense to you? If a government tells you they believe on one Nigeria, they stand. I've got more that I'm going to show you. And hopefully when you see this one, this will confirm to you why you should completely make sure that everybody that you know now, we don't want any more talk from anybody else. What we want now is action on ground. You've seen our government. They are all about putting us in danger. You know what is sad about this? What is sad about this whole situation is our government. If a foreigner were to come into Nigeria, they will roll out the red carpet. They will make their life better. They will tell them don't go to don't stay in the sun. Stay in the shade. Air conditioner will be working. Everything. They will do everything to make the foreigner that is going to exploit us, the people, to make their lives comfortable. But us, the people, we the people of that contraption, the government is doing everything and everything in its power and more to frustrate our lives. The federal government of Nigeria, the local government, the state government, they're doing everything in their power to make us people feel that our lives are not worth living in our own land. But the same government will roll out the red carpet for foreigners who are only going to come and exploit us, the people. Please, let's go for Duduwa Nation and Biafra Nation. Don't talk to me about one Nigeria. Because one Nigeria is not something that my ancestors created. I repeat, one Nigeria was created by the British. These are facts. I'm trying to see if I can find you that video again. I'll show you. Here we go. So they're wearing a mask in other places. Let me just see. I'm trying to find you. You see, the other thing we are going to say is this. Under this COVID-19, let's say that there's no COVID-19. At least provide health care. There was a man talking about the woman that died. Orishabumi that died. He literally said that she couldn't breathe properly and she died. If she had had oxygen, she could probably still be with us today. Now I'm asking you, if you say you believe in one Nigeria, does one Nigeria believe in you? Does one Nigeria believe in you when one Nigeria cannot provide you with 24/7 electricity? They cannot provide you with health care. They cannot provide you with roads. They cannot provide you with schools. One Nigeria does not know does not even have you on record. This is a Nigerian. This is where they are. This is the health conditions. They have no record of you to make sure that they protect your life. So what this idea of one Nigeria, please explain it to me. Please explain what you mean by this one Nigeria, because one Nigeria means that they are exploiting you. They are taking your resources all in the name of something someone created to purely exploit the land and leave you and your generations in penury and enslavement. I cannot believe. I can never put my faith in something my ancestors never created. It is as simple as that. My ancestors, the kings, the true kings of Oduduwa, the true kings, Obas of Benin, the two Obas of Igbo, Biafra, all those places, they never had a hand in Nigeria. Nigeria was a foreign imposition. It was and it remains a foreign imposition. And we need to do everything in our power to make sure that our people's rights and their right to their own land is reconnected. We have been separated from our land. Understand this. Every time you talk about Nigeria, you are giving away the right to the resources in that land to those who created Nigeria. Very, very clear about this. Let's be very, I haven't got the paperwork here. I haven't got it here. Every time you sing one Nigeria, you are saying that those who created Nigeria have first access, first right to all the resources in that contraption. That's what you're saying. Let's be very, very clear about this. None of our own ancestors, African ancestors, had a hand in the creation of Nigeria. In fact, their blood, I've said it over again, their blood was shed by those who came to impose themselves. Lugard, and not Lord, Lugard, Goldie, all of these people that bloodsuckers. They're bloodsuckers. Yes, I said it. They're bloodsuckers. They came and they created they caused so much bloodshed in our own land. And we don't have the gumption to remember what was done to us. You see, a people that forget their own history is only going to allow others to write their history for them, to favor them, even though they use that, they oppress them in their own land. So what is happening now? We are being oppressed in our own land. No, Sowore, I pray and I'm in support that Sowore should be released. Sowore is trying to do what he believes in to try and free the people, to empower the people. And he's not said that he's not with them with the Oduduwa nation. He's not made his stand very, very clear. That much I do know. But he supports anything that would make sure that the peoples, they will have the right to express themselves. That whatever government we have, that government must respect the rights and the will of the people of that nation, be it Nigeria or Oduduwa nation. Now, that's where I differ. I believe that the only way that the people can benefit from the resources underneath their feet is when we break apart Nigeria, because we never created Nigeria. We never created Nigeria. And you cannot benefit from something that you didn't create. The only people that will benefit from Nigeria are those who created it, and those they use in ensuring they continue to get the benefit of that creation that they created. They are guarding that place with all they have, because they know that if we stand up and go for Oduduwa land, Biafra land, Middle Belt, that will stop the resources that they are denying the people to whom it belongs, you and I. The resources belongs to you and I. This is not a question of me trying to be, I would be in the UK here. Let me give you an example. They tried to go and drill for oil in the UK, right here in the UK. There are some places they said they were going to do some kind of shale oil or something, shale gas, whereby they were going to go into certain communities and go and drill and make to be able to make their own home produced oil, crude oil. The people stood up. They said, no, this is our community. We have they shut it down. The people in the UK, rightly so, they shut it down. That is why they will not do it. Because the will of the people, the government listens to the will of the people. You follow me? The government, the UK government, listens to the will of its own UK people. Now contrast that with Nigeria. Does Nigerian government respect the collective will of the people of Nigeria? Ask yourself that question. Does Nigerian government, anyone since 1960, have they respected the will of the people? You go and point out where. Please point out the place where the Nigerian government has respected the collective will of the people in any area of that contraption. You won't find it because it's never happened. And what is worse in all of this same UK government that respects the right of the people to demand and decide what happens on their own soil is denying you, so-called Nigerian, that same power to decide what happens in your own territory. They impose, by way of the Fulanis, on you oppression, suppression, killings, hunger, starvation, enslavement. That's what is happening. And I've got some evidence I will bring it up to you. I'll be bringing for you all to know. But before I go to that now, what I want to do, if I can find this information, 1 second. I want to just show you one more thing. 1 second, please. Let me see. Can I find this? I will just come back here. Let me see if I can find you an information. It's really important to understand this. Those in power now, they will do anything to keep us enslaved. The time for talking is over, like I was saying yesterday. What we need to be doing in our communities now is empowering each other with knowledge to start protecting ourselves. I'm grateful for what Simon Ekpa is talking about, the expose that Simon Ekpa is doing, and Nnamdi Kanu and others, trying to empower the people and protect their neighborhood. This is what must happen. This is what must happen across the whole of the South. We must protect our people. We must protect our land. We know more about talking. Don't wait for somebody to do your protection. If the army fails to protect you, or the police fail to protect you in your community, then gather yourselves together. Protect the people, the key people. Your farmers are the most important people in your community. Your farmers, because that's your food source. When the government of the day has failed to provide you with protection, then I suggest, don't wait. This is not something I'm trying to, you have the right to life. Every human being has the right to life, and you have a right to defend that life. What the Nigerian government is doing is making sure that they take away your possibility to be able to defend yourself when the Fulani, herdsmen, and others come into your own country where they're supposed to protect you and defend yourself. They take away that possibility. This is where we in the South need to stand up. In all our communities, we must collectively stand up and begin to protect our own communities, protect all our farmers. We need to identify all the farmers in our own community and work out a security plan, how we're going to protect them within our own community, how we're going to, all our youths that are not working at the minute, how we're going to protect them, how we're going to provide, making sure that security will be a way for them to be able to do something and protect their community. And by so doing, we get back our sovereignty. You see, one thing you have to bear in mind, this constitution that we have is a fraud. It is a fraud. Because like I said, none of us signed up to it. There is nowhere, nobody anywhere can come and bring a place where we had a referendum for this constitution. We never signed up to it. We never signed up to this fraudulent constitution. This constitution was an imposition by Abacha government, Abdul Salam, the military. They imposed this constitution on you and I. Until today, that 1999 constitution has destroyed millions of lives. That 1999 constitution has destroyed and continues to destroy millions of lives. The other day, I was saying to everybody, in 1979, the military, again, good afternoon, Genevieve. The military in 1979, they took away the powers of our kings. Don't take my word for it. They have already accepted this fact. Let me see if I can give you some information about this. In 1979, you heard me right, the military took away the powers of our traditional leaders. And since 1979 till date, they have no constitutional powers. None. All they are, anytime you see a king now, they are purely ceremonial. They have no impact. They don't have any constitutional impact to protect you or your family or your property. You heard me right. All the kings you care to name across that land, they have no powers. They have zero powers. Let me see if I can get that information out to you to show, and I'll just read to you. And because I don't believe in just talking alone. But what I'm trying to do here is to wake us up. Right now, what we need to be doing across the South is to devise security, a security network, and start protecting our farmers. Our farmers are you know, okay. Is a loan issue document. Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course. No. Oluwashemi Lore Godwina. No, I'm not speaking for him. No way. No. I'm not. I'm not. I can't speak for Chiwore. I'm only telling you what I know, and I support that the insistence that he be released, because you see, Chiwore, after all, is what? He's a Nigerian. He's a citizen, and if you're a citizen, you have the right by our constitution under Section 40. You have the right to freedom of association and freedom of self-expression. You have that right. But this government is denying all of us collectively. So it's not about, and it's Sowore and others. We demand that they be released. But we know the government do not believe in their own constitution. They believe that they are above such constitution. They can only impose. As far as they're concerned, they have the right to impose on the rest of us whether or not we can protest against an unjust governance. But that's not their power. That's why we cannot be silent. We can no longer be silent. Now, let me see if I can find this information for you. Here we go. Okay, let me see. I'll see if I can transpose it quickly, and I'll let you read some things. Now, in 1979, they took away the powers of the kings. And I'll read to you a small section. This is really important to understand, because those of you who are going to speak to the kings and ask them to help you and protect you in your area, they cannot protect you. You know why? They are only ceremonial heads that the government, those in government, can appoint. You guys will recall me saying about the 68 items. And in fact, let me show you. I'll read the section about the 1979 Constitution and the withdrawal of the powers from our kings in 1979. Let me read that to you. It says here, the 1979 Constitution and the process leading up to it excluded traditional rulers from any major constitutional or legal role in the Nigerian government. This was in 1979. So I'm going to read that to you again. In fact, I will do better than that. Let me copy this big section of it for you. And this book, this was an expose by a guy called Cyrus Reed. There's a book about, we have to do our research. We don't know when we go and say we are talking to any king. I'm sorry. Oni of Ife, they have no constitutional right. Alaafin of Oyo has no constitutional power. Igwe or whatever, they have no constitutional power. The emirs do, however, to a certain extent, because those in power, that's why do you think that they are giving Serikis power titles in Lagos? Because they are backing it up, because those in power want to take the land. Do you get it? Do you get it? It's very important. Let me just see if I can copy this, and I will try and get it to you somehow. How do I do this? 1 second, please. Yeah, I got it. Give me a minute. Now, the reason I'm saying all of this, you see, power is never, freedom is never given. You have to take it. You have to take it. And if we keep waiting for anybody to come and tell us, oh, this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen, it will never, we will live in enslavement for the next 100 years. Because mark my words, whether or not you wish to agree with what I'm saying, we are slaves. In a nation where your right to health care is repeatedly denied, in a nation where your right to electricity, 24/7 electricity, is denied openly by those in government, your right to water, health care, bridges, toilet facilities, sewage, all of this is denied you by those who call themselves your leaders. And they expect you to still believe in that same contraption. The benefits of being a citizen of a nation should be 24/7 electricity, roads, water, light, hospital, bridges, fire service, sewage system, all of these things. The benefit, that's the benefit of being a citizen. Not one of those can you point to and say that you as a citizen are getting. Not one. That is why you have to be very, very sure. You need to feel absolutely justified in going for Oduduwa Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt, Arewa if they want it. But we cannot be in this contraption and be silent any longer. It has impacted all of our lives. The resources that rightly belongs to us has, by dint of this creation called Nigeria, been stripped away from each and every one of us, and continues to be so. It continues to be so. I will show you something, but let me see if I can give you this information like I was trying to get before. I want to show you that, and I will copy it, and you will see it come up. One is it 1979. So let me just put this up here. Okay, you will see it come up in a minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it there. I don't want to copy. Now, they had some excuses about, they don't want the traditional powers to have any influence on politics and all of that. But look, here you go. So you will see that now. Please, by the way, those of you who are watching, I hope you please subscribe to us on Citizen AY on YouTube, Oduduwa TV Radio as well. Subscribe to us. We need your support and your help. It is really important. So I've put it on there. Let me pin that up. You can see that now. Let me see if I can put it. So now the reason why I talk about that the kings have no constitutional powers, please bear in mind, as I'm talking to you about this now, in that contraption called Nigeria, our kings have no constitutional power. But guess what? In Ghana, they have constitutional powers. They have constitutional powers. And the government in that contraption called Nigeria, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Many of us, they know that we respect our traditional leaders. So what they've done is to make them ceremonial leaders. So anytime you are doing celebrations, the king of this is coming, the Oba, Obaremo, the king of Benin, everybody will bow. But what they've done now, our government handpicks them into, they choose the kings, not the people. Go and look at it. The people no longer decide who is going to be their king. In the olden days, there are certain rituals, certain things that we had to do, whereby the king will emerge from that process. Now, it is now a political process. The people have no say. So the people of Benin or people of Ibadan or your land and Alafin and other places, they have no say in choosing who will be the king. Because they now that they've taken away, the government have taken away power from this king. And what they've now done, made them ceremonial, knowing fully well that the people don't understand that when they're saying about this, about that king has no power to protect their lives. They give him the appearance that he's all powerful and almighty. But within the constitution of Nigeria, the king has no power. I've just written that down for you to see. You can see I've pinned it in there. That happened in 1979. Yeah, I'm posting it now. Yes, I am. I've just posted it. And I'm going to try and see if I can give you a bit more information, actually. Let me see if I can give you that information. So, because it's very important. So, I will do this again. So, now, where is it? Okay. So, I'm just trying to give you a bit more heads up about this. Okay, so yeah, so I posted it there. Anyway, I will give you more information as and when we go along, because it's important to get that right information in the right place. Our so-called leaders, we have been hoodwinked. Now, I want to show you something as I'm talking to you now. Let me see if I can give you. I'm going to go to www.citizenay.org, and on there, you will bear out what I'm saying now. So in 1979, they took away the powers from our kings, right? And they never returned it. Now, I'm going to go to section of the Nigerian Constitution number 75, page 75 of that fraudulent constitution. Let me just go here. So you can see page 75 coming up now. Okay, page 75, item 4. Item 4 to be precise. You see, they stripped away, listen now, let me read the word to you again about the Constitution, what they did in 1979, so you understand now. And then you will see how this fits neatly into their contraption. It fits neatly into it. Listen, the 1979 Constitution and the process leading up to it excluded traditional rulers from any major constitutional or legal role in the Nigerian government. That's what it says since then. Now, go and look at Section 4, Item 4 of the Nigeria exclusive list. Item 4 says, you see, they took away the constitutional powers. And what does Section 4 say? Awards of national titles of honor, decorations, and other dignities. Do you see that? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? It means that when they stripped the Obas of all those powers, they now decided to use them to quell and silence the people. And how they did it was this. Once they took the powers in 1979, they now made the Obas answerable to local government and to governors. The governors and local government have more powers than our Obas. The governors and local government have more powers than our Obas. That is why you will see that some obas can be stripped of powers. Not some, all obas can be stripped of powers because they have no constitutional power. None. No constitutional power. Zero. Now, to buttress my point even more so, let me go and get you another information which I have to confirm a bit more, because it's a lot of information. And those in power, they know, the military, they know fully well what is wrong. They know what they've done. Some time ago, let me see. I'm going to try and read out. There's a long list, but I'm going to read out. Do it in bits. Now, I'm going to read to you. There's two, and I'm going to pin up now. You'll see come up. And I want to just show you that. Now, there is a long list which I just posted now. Senator David Mack, you remember, he used to be a military man as well. He had these words to say some time ago. He said, "We will continue to assist our traditional rulers and leaders who are responsible for unity peace in order to further strengthen their roles. We shall find specific roles for them in the further agitation. The former President Obasanjo had earlier in the last lap of his administration led promotional campaign on the need for constitutionally empower traditional rulers. Similarly, late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua proposed constitutional rules for traditional rulers." So they know. So it's not as though it is something that they didn't know. This is something that they all know. They are all aware of this. The reason why I am saying this is because we, the people, we have always thought if we speak to our kings, if they come behind us, maybe we can achieve something, even to get our Oduduwa nation of Biafra. The reason I'm doing this now is to make sure that we disabuse ourselves of that idea. We need to disabuse ourselves of that idea. That is why I was saying, freedom is never given. It is taken. Freedom is never given. You have to stand up and take it. And the only way we can do it is if we are all aware that those kings, if they wish to join us when we've begun, if they can muster and support, fine. But they are not going to be the center of our agitation for Oduduwa nation or Biafra nation, because they are being in the control. They are at the behest of the government as we speak right now. If the government tells any of the kings to jump, the king will say how high. End of story. Because the government funds those kings. The federal government of Nigeria and the by way of the local, state, and the federal, they control each and every king. The king has no constitutional power. Zero. They have zero. You can quote me. I've told you. Both Obasanjo, late Umaru Yar'Adua, and then Senator David Mack, they admitted that they have no constitutional powers. And they equally know that these powers were taken away in 1979. So, my people, what we need to do, and I'm saying this is not to try and sugarcoat anything. In all our communities, in the South, let's organize ourselves, protect our farmers. Now, one day you will hear a farmer is killed here. Let's not wait anymore. Let's organize ourselves. That's protecting ourselves. We have the right to self-determination. We have the right to protect ourselves. When the government of the day has failed in its number one duty to protect the citizens, we have that power. So I wanted to bring this to your attention, that the government now, our kings, they are merely ceremonial. All of them, they have no powers. So don't go to the king to expect that he can save you. He can't. Now, let me show you one more thing to buttress my point even further, to further explain. Now, in the in it came out that in the Ghanaian chiefs, they have remained. It says in the Ghanaian constitution, the chieftaincy, that is to say, obas and kings, they remain a critical institution of the government and has been upheld as an institution that will remain a very important part of the Ghanaian governance as a way of identifying the people's cultural heritage. It is the only institution to reckon with when national bureaucratic structures have failed. Now, tell me, can you rely on our traditional structures? Do they have recognition in our constitution? The answer is no. Now I'll copy that again. I'm just gonna, I just want to make sure that, these are things that we know. These are things that we need to be very, very aware of going forward. So I'm putting this up there. So Ghana. So please, let's make sure that we look at Ghana with a different pair of eyes now. We have to. And what I love about Ghana used to be called what? Gold Coast. And what did Ghana do? Ghana changed the name to what? They changed the name from Gold Coast to Ghana because that was an African name. But we believe, oh, we are the giant of Africa, we are the giant. We cannot take control of our own name. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are slaves in our own land. For as long as that name Nigeria stands, we remain slaves. And I will show you something to continue to make sure that you understand. We all understand exactly where we stand. But I wanted to touch by this, that those of us that has any illusions about believing in any king, and this is not to disrespect them. This is not about disrespecting any king. The kings can only be a king at the whim of those in power. End of story. So the Tinubu can engineer the appointment of a king anywhere he wants. Likewise, Buhari, they can engineer it, and there's nothing you can do because constitutionally those kings have no power. All of them, they have zero power. But like I said, in Ghana, the king, let me read to you one more section about this thing about Ghana. The king, they have a rule. The Constitution of Ghana, it further defines the chief as a person who, hailing from the appropriate family or lineage, has been validly nominated, elected, or selected as enstooled, enskinned, or installed as a chief. This is in the Ghanaian constitution. I want to ask a question. Do we have that in that contraption? We don't. Our kings do not have any constitutional power. I've given you the evidence now. That is why we need to, on this reason, you see what I'm showing you here, this exclusive list is yet more reason why we need to make sure that that constitution going forward is withdrawn with immediately. We put all the pressure. That constitution must be redrawn. It's a fraudulent constitution that's been imposed on us. We need to have a referendum clause attached to it. That is the only way we can get ourselves out of this mess. If we want to go the legal route, that is the likely way that we can do this. Because when we rewrite it, we need to insert in it the referendum clause that would mean that we will now have the option in each region. If we don't like it, we can go our own way. As it stands now, this constitution does not include any clause for referendum anywhere. This current Nigerian constitution, it is a millstone around our collective necks. They are telling you are only going to be one Nigeria and that's it. One Nigeria, if you don't like it, you can go and die. That is it. you do not have the option. Like France, like Scotland did now. Scotland, they are still agitating and they're working towards to remove themselves from the United Kingdom because they want to go separate. We have no such option. That is pure and simple. And we must have that option. We must demand for it, as well as protecting ourselves. The government of the day has failed in its number one duty. So I'm going to quickly move away from this. Before I move away, this constitution, for as long as our kings do not have any constitutional powers, we have the right now to now go and demand from all of our so-called House of Reps, our senators, because they're the ones who now got the power, that they've stripped our traditional leaders of the powers. We want those powers restored immediately. And we want the constitution, because it's not in the constitution, that constitution must be withdrawn. We want a referendum in that constitution. This is something that all of us must do collectively. It's not a job for one person. It's not a job for one leader. It's a job for all of us. If you call yourself a citizen of that contraption at this point in time, and everybody knows we want to go. I want to go. But to be able to go, we need to understand the kind of traps that they set for us. They have set us traps. They made us believe that those kings have power and they can do and undo. No! The only people who can do and undo are those who wrote this constitution. Those who forced upon us this constitution, and they come and tell us it was adopted. They should come and tell us at what point did the people collectively vote in a referendum for this fraudulent constitution. They will never be able to come up with an answer. Period. All they will say is, oh, it was adopted. It was adopted. This is bullshit. Bullshit. Every time you see a Nigerian suffering, remember this point. Because the military are the ones behind your suffering, collectively. 60 years of no electricity. They are the ones behind it. The money meant for that electricity, where has it gone? The money meant for the road, where has it gone? These same people. That is why we cannot have any confidence in Oduduwa, in that contraption called Nigeria. That's why we are going for Oduduwa nation. That is why we are going full steam ahead for Biafra nation. We are encouraging others to go for middle belt. And if Arewa wants to do the same thing, fine. Let's do so. But I'm telling you, this constitution, when they created it, they deliberately took power away from our own kings. This was their own making. They own all of this. Those who are in power now, they must take responsibility for what the mess that we're in, but they're refusing to. And at the same time, they want us to remain in the same contraption. We have the option now to go. But I maintain, and I say this, we must take our freedom. It will never be given to us. So we must take it. We must take it. We must take it. Now, I wanted to see, have I given you the information I wanted to give you? I think I have read to you the other one. But like I said, as far back as 1979, our kings, they lost the power because the military took the powers from them. They did. The military took the powers. And the military now, the same military, imposed this fraudulent constitution, which allows them to now pick whoever they want to be the king in any area they want. And there's nothing you can do about it. And there is no spiritual part of it. All of that has been lost. They've thrown away our tradition. The kings that are appointed now, they are political appointees. There's nothing connected to how it should be done. They've stripped all of that. It's all been stripped. I want us all to be very aware of what I'm saying here. This is not me trying to be, these are things that we need to do. And this is justification. On this alone, we've got grounds to demand for the immediate review of that constitution because it is impacting the lives of the people daily. For example, Fulani herdsmen will go into towns and villages. They will rape, kill, take land, destroy crops. They will go to the king. The people in the king, they will go to the king and say, help us. The king is helpless. Because what? He has no constitutional powers. Do you get it? Do you get what I'm saying? He has no constitutional powers. Zero. So you can go and cry to the king till the cows come home. All he will do, he will even hand back the Fulani killers to the government, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing the king or you can do about it. So now you understand how dangerous and how damaging the removal of the constitutional powers of our kings is. So now imagine if the government now appoints a king. They appoint him. If he starts talking, what do you think they will do? They will just take him out. They will just take him away. What happened to Obadeusi, the king that was killed? What happened? Has anybody been arrested for the king that was killed? Has anybody been arrested? Has anybody? So the kings are equally vulnerable as we are. So we are better off working together in our communities to take back our sovereignty. We must take back. Biafra and the Duwa must come together. Yeah, absolutely, James Friday. This is what I'm working at. This is what that's exactly it. So we must. Please, I hope you are sharing this broadcast as you're hearing it. Oh, I should have gone. I need to do something. I forgot to do that. Let me just, those of you who can, please do share it in other platforms and things, because I forgot to do that earlier on. But what I'm saying here, it is really important that we understand that we are under attack. We are under systemic attack. And they are doing everything they can to make sure that we never know the genesis, the real beginning of all of this fraud that's being perfected on us on a daily basis. Now, I want to move on a little bit, but I hope you can see the line of thinking now, that the fact that they removed the constitutional powers of our kings as far back as 1979 is something that we can hold on to in every community and say, we don't trust this government. We want a rewritten constitution. We have that power. And I want everybody to share this message. Translate it to your local language. I did it in Yoruba a day or so before. What we need on ground now is not so much for the churches will not help you in this. So no church, please come and tell me the day a church or a mosque stops your farm from being attacked, let us know. You hear me? The day a mosque or a GO, you know, they like to be GOs. Those big people, those big wigs, those efulefus. The day they stop your farm from being attacked or your neighborhood, let us know. We will talk about it. And the point is, they don't have the power. They don't. So why are you looking to the places where that they don't have the power to protect you? They don't have the power to protect your neighborhood. The only people that can protect your neighborhood is you and your collective group of citizens. The GOs will not do it for you. The imams will not do it for you. They will not. They will not do it for you. It is down to you and I. This is why I say, you will never get freedom given to you. You have to take it. We have to collectively take it. And as I'm telling you now, many people have not been aware of this information that I'm giving out. And I'm trying to make sure it reaches as many people as possible so that we all understand that they have created an illusion, a world for us to believe in, to believe that we are helpless and hopeless. No, it's a lie. There is hope for us, and we have the means to do it. For as long as we all stand collectively together. If we don't in the South, they will continue to exploit and oppress and suppress us. We need to work together in our communities, Igbos and Yorubas and Middle Belters, immediately. And we now have more evidence of why we must demand those who are in power now, those who are in the National Assembly, oh, you cannot talk about the review of the Constitution. They took away the powers of our kings in 1979. You have every right. Every right, because the king, when you are going up until this point, many people believed that when they get to the king will solve their problems. Now we know the king is just a mouthpiece for this government. All our kings are mouthpieces. They have no power. In fact, the government is the one paying them. If they don't get paid, they can't have parties. If they don't get paid, they can't have wives. If they don't get paid, all the flash cars you see them driving, they can't drive it. Respectfully, my kings, respectfully, I respect you individually, of course. But I'm talking about the facts of the matter here, and we need to say it like it is. There are no constitutional powers on any of our kings. In any kingdom you care to name, they have no constitutional powers. All they can do is ceremonial. They are only ceremonial heads. Remember, awards of national title, they are awarded. They are awarded. There's no spiritual, there's no local spiritual act of choosing your king. They are awarded. It says so in the fraudulent constitution. 4th item on the exclusive list. That's what it says, and you can see it. I'm showing you. This is not a question of somebody. I'm giving you the facts as it is. And we better wake up fast. No king somewhere, no king anywhere in that contraption can save you. Period. They haven't got the constitutional power. That's a fact. That's the fact. Plain fact. And until we break this down, and this fact, they took away power. The military took away the powers. And this is justification for why we're saying the constitution is a fraud. The constitution of that contraption is a fraud. And we need to say it like it is. And until we need to be bold enough to say this. Say it and come what may. Say it and stand together. Come what may. Because this is about our coming generations. If we remain silent on this, we will be enslaved for another 100 years. Here's why. Now, I'm going to move on. I'll come back to that. I want you to read something. I saw it. Somebody shared it this morning. Listen to the words here. Listen, oh, listen. Please share. British firm begins gold mining in Nigeria. The Paimasa project, located in central Nigeria, approximately 150 kilometers northwest of capital city of Abuja, by Oladende Oluwatoyin, December 30th. This is something that's quiet, but this is the time. This is why when we say to you, when we say that Nigeria is a British construct and it remains so, people will go, you're talking nonsense. Let's go and read. Let's read on. Please share this information or share this information. Listen to this. A British firm has announced that its associated company, Moido Holdings Limited, Moido, has commenced drilling at Paimasa project in Nigeria. The Diversification, Exploration and Development Company with assets in West Africa and India said the drilling commenced at Moido's joint venture, Guarara Holdings Limited. So who owns Guarara? Let's have a look at Guarara Holdings. Let me just go and look at Guarara Holdings. I haven't checked. I'm just doing that right now. Let's go and find out who owns it. Let's go and find out. Let's go and find out who owns it. So let me just go and look. We need to understand when we say Nigeria is a British, it's a British construct. It is owned by Britain. People say they are talking nonsense. So who owns? Let me just go. I'm going to read. There's a line that I want you to remember in all of this. I want you to remember a line. When I come to that line, I will show you. Let me have a look. So British farm. So who is this? Who is Guarara Holdings? Who owns it? Let's see who owns Guarara Holdings. Okay, they should be able to tell us now, Abby. They should be able to tell us who owns Guarara Holdings. But we don't know who owns it. Guarara Holdings. Let me see. It doesn't say, but we need to research that. Let's research and find out who owns Guarara Holdings. Because obviously, now the reason why I'm telling you this, you remember the fraudulent constitution. Now, They are mining gold here in Nigeria. How many jobs is being created for Nigerians in this? How many? Remember, there's 200 million of us. So how many? And why is it that why can't we do this in-house to create jobs for our people? Why? You know why? Let's go back here. It goes back to this constitution, the exclusive list. You know that list? Let's go and read it. You guys, you don't know what you're doing. What is going on? Let me show you. You see? Here. Item 39 of the Nigerian Constitution is on that list too. And it says, let's read it. Mines and minerals, including oil fields, oil mining, geological surveys, and natural gas, is on number 39, is on the exclusive list. It means that those in power, they will sign a contract. Even if you are in your neighborhood, they will take it from you and there's nothing you can do. And you won't even get compensation. It's there. It's on the exclusive list. And there's nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do about it. Zero. So, when you see them say, that is the impact of the exclusive list. Too. Now you can now see why we need to destroy that fraudulent constitution. Because under that constitution, then somebody will come and say, Gurara Holdings Limited. Because of that constitution, because of that fraudulent constitution, they can do this and get away with it. So you can now see that for us, all of us collectively, we can't be silent. We need to bring that constitution down and make sure that we put in it the clause for referendum, so that if we don't see the improvement we need to see with that change, we can go our own way. Oduduwa nation, Biafra nation, we must. UK has been 4 countries for how many? For over 100 years. So have we got 2 heads or something in that contraption? Why can't we? Why can't we have 4 countries? Is it by force? We don't want, I beg. We don't want. So this is what I'm saying here. Now let's read on. The company. So listen to this. Listen to this bit. So it explained that it's located in central Nigeria, approximately 115 kilometers northwest of the capital of the city of Abuja. A program of 300 million diamond and 1,250 reverse circulation drilling is proposed. Listen to the words, Listen to the words, A program of 300 million diamond and 1,050 meter reverse circulation drilling is proposed, it said. Shouldn't this be something that we should be doing to benefit us and then selling to others? But oh no. But then somebody will tell you, it's Nigeria, it's for Nigerians. It isn't. Who's getting the benefit? Listen to this now. Now, I want you to listen to these words now coming up. Previous drilling by modern neighbor tenements, Dagmar Prospect, approximately 45 kilometers northwest, resulted in identification of significant gold mineralization with coarse vines discovered in artisanal miners. Why is this not something that the government of Nigeria is making central to create millions of jobs for Nigerians? You know why? Because it is still a British-owned company. And here's more proof. Previous drilling by modern nearby tenements at Dagmar, Northwest. Okay, I read that before. So highlights of the project include extensive artisanal mining activity on several sub-parallel quartz veins. So that means, in fact, they've got untold amount of minerals. I keep telling you all, our land is rich. But they have separated, with this constitution, they are separating us from the resources in our land. And we need to put an end to it. We need to. Please, yes, exactly. Share it. Now, listen to this. The company said that there was no previous drilling in the strategic new frontier. Una do well. So you guys are a frontier. Hey. I didn't know. So you guys, we are a frontier. Do you know what frontier means? When they say frontier, what they mean is it is a land in their own eyes whereby nobody has laid claim to, and they now have first right to the resources in that land. That's what they mean, oh. And then somebody will come and tell you, oh, Nigeria, I believe in one Nigeria. Carry on. Carry on. Listen to the words, oh, by the company. The company. Let's get the name of the company. And in fact, I'll see if I can find you the name and what they look like. British Farm. Let me copy it out. So I will come back. I'm just trying to bring it out for you to see. So this is a British farm. Oh. You see? It's in Wales, UK and Wales. Gold projects in India and West Africa. So I need to understand something. We say we want to create jobs. Why is it that we are waiting for foreigners to come to exploit in our own land? Are you telling me we haven't got miners, people who can do this in our own place and create jobs? Yeah, it is. It is. So, you see, this is the company. And they were announced. They were announced on the stock market in UK. You see, when you make an announcement like that in the UK, what do you think it does to your share value? It goes up. Your value goes up. People will invest. Couldn't we do that in Nigeria, in our own so-called stock exchange? Couldn't we have had that? Imagine if we had that in our stock exchange. It will go up. But oh no. These fools that we call leaders, they have that, they lack that vision. They lack the vision to see. So look, this is a British company. Now the stock has gone through the roof in the British Stock Exchange. It's business for them, but it's our lives. The difference between people staying in Nigeria and reaching their true potential, or coming across the Mediterranean and the desert into the Mediterranean and dying in the sea, that's the big difference here. That is what this government has denied millions, and they continue to do. This is what this is it. When we talk, people say we're talking nonsense. Remember what I said. 39. Let's find out, those who are in that area, have they been paid? Those, if they find gold in your area, you see, there are some places in certain countries, I can't remember now. If they find resources in your area, I think it's in UK somewhere even, you are paid. You're paid for those resources. Let me ask, how many have been paid or are paid for those resources that are found in their land? Or is it that the people are killed in the case of Kensaru and others because they are claiming, they want to say, look, it's our land, we want our resources. Instead of paying them, they kill them. They kill them. So, the reason I'm saying all of this, those of you who believe that Nigeria is for Nigerians, continue. But as far as the company, a British company, in 2021, they see Nigeria as a new frontier. And the frontier is a place where they believe that nobody has right to anything. They are the first ones to that right. They have exclusive right. So tell me again, what is one Nigeria? Tell me. Tell me again, what is one Nigeria? Tell me. Please tell me again what one Nigeria means to you. In the face of a foreign company telling you it's a new frontier. And a frontier, like I'm telling you, refers to an area where they are the ones who lay first claim to the resources in that area. Nobody else is there. But you are a Nigerian. Shouldn't be the first one to lay claim to that? Shouldn't we all collectively? But no, it's gone to a British company. And as we know, Britain created Nigeria. This is why we need to dismantle it. Of course, Britain are fighting for British interests. I don't blame them. But now, when you as a Yoruba man, as an Igbo man, as a Middle Beltan, your interest must be for your people, not your pocket. That's where they're getting it wrong, those who are in power. When you fight for your people, you will have infinite wealth. But when you fight for your pocket, you will have paper money that will disappear over time, and people will forget who you are. Go and ask about Abiola. Where is he now? May his soul rest in peace. Go and ask about his name. Go ask about all those who are millionaires. Where are they now? Whereas if we secure that land for our people, make sure we have functioning electricity, healthcare, tourist attraction. The names of those whoever make sure that happens for their people, it will be there forever. Money is an illusion. But hey, anyway, let's put that to one side. I'm just showing you. Your country is seen as a new frontier. Me, I don't know about you, but me, Oduduwa land, it is not a frontier. It's not a frontier. It is my ancestral land with my own claim to it as a Yoruba man. And nobody, I don't care who you are on this planet, will come into my land and take my resources ahead of me. That's why we are going for this. That constitution is a fraud. Remember what I said. When you go and look at it, Section 39, they will give the contract to whoever they want. Under this constitution, they'll give it to whoever they want. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Under this constitution, Section 39, mines, minerals, oil fields, anything, any benefits, and they won't pay you a penny. There's nowhere in here whereby they say that they will compensate anybody for their land if they take it off them. In this constitution, nowhere. You will never find it. I've read it. You won't find it. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying here. I'm going for Oduduwa Nation. And I'm giving you justification. If you doubt it, present your evidence. Finish. Finish. Present your evidence. And let us compare notes. And let's see which is right. Those who are in power now, they will be shaking in their boots because they know what we are saying. It's indisputable. I told you. That name is a British company. They see your land as a new frontier. They see your... So not only have they colonized us over 100 years ago, but you know, like I said, when they see us as a new frontier, they're going to exploit your people, your voice. You as a human being, you have no rights. So why should you allow that name Nigeria to stand when that name depends on your rights being trampled upon? Yes, exactly, Helen. Exactly. I wouldn't wish to deny the British people the benefits of their land in any way, shape, or form. It's none of my business. I wouldn't wish to do that. And I wouldn't want to come anywhere near it. Equally, I will stand up and speak up for my right to my land as an Oduduwa person. Simple. That's all we're doing. And it will stop people coming to Europe and everything else when we start developing our own place. I'll give you another example. No, but I'll leave that for 1 minute. I hope this makes sense what I'm saying to you all. Is it making sense? Is what I'm saying making sense? Is what I'm saying making sense? We are seen as a new frontier by a British company. Those are their words. Listen to it. The company, in this case, would be Pantera Resources. Said there was no previous drilling in the new strategic new frontier. What's strategic? That means that place is a place where it's money making. But we are being pushed out of our own area where it's money making to be slaves in another man's land. It's time we woke up. It's time we woke up. So when we say that the British have a hand in suppressing and oppressing us and that name Nigeria, people will say we're talking nonsense. That's a British company. That's a British company. Simple. This is not about sentiment, about getting angry. It's about just making sure we understand. We understand what is being done here. And that constitution is what is being used to strip us bit by bit of our right to that land. That is why if you stand away and you say it's none of my business and you go partying over the weekend, go ahead. Just know that every time you remain quiet, your bit of land is being taken. For your ancestors, for your coming generation. Every time you remain quiet and you don't deal with this issue. I wouldn't expect the British to stop. For them, it's business. For us, it's our life. It's our coming generation. Did you hear me? For them, it's business. You see? Look, go and look at it. It's business. You see, they even put it there. You see, India, West Africa, and other optimization mineral properties. It's a business. And they are so confident that we don't understand our land that is meant to be our survival is a new frontier for them to be exploring at our own expense. And we are quiet. Ah, my people, now wow. Ah! Amen, amen, immaculate Daisy. Amen, my people. Amen, amen, my people. Amen to you too. Listen, let's just, look, the time for us to stay in one corner. Look at what, look, I will state this. You see what happened in US with the US, where the white supremacists, white power lot, they went into the US. You notice that there was no army. All what they did there is what they all plan every day. That is how they live and breathe on that every day. And it was exposed. We have to thank Trump for that one. He exposed the fraud, the lie of them being, they have their interest, your interest at heart. No. They believe that they are the first people among everybody else. Even though that land belongs to the native Indians. But no. If you're a white man, you're the power. You're the one that God has ordained. To kill everywhere you kill. In Australia, they killed millions of Aborigines. Aborigines that have been in that land for 60,000 years. They've been in there 200 years. And now look, that's another story. But I'm just giving you, we are facing the same prospect because they say a new frontier. When they say a new frontier, they don't care who is there. It's a rich picking. As far as they're concerned, it's rich pickings. And I can guarantee you, this company is not working on its own. It's got backup. We are going back to the days of Goldie, Royal Niger Company. It's back. Look, Kwame Nkrumah said it. The multinationals are really fronts for countries who are trying to exploit. Kwame Nkrumah, go and read this book. Neo-colonialism, the last stage of colonization or something like that. Go and read it. This is what we are faced with. People should be alarmed when you read this kind of word, strategic new frontier. We should be alarmed at that. And this is evidence of why we should be saying we're justified in breaking up that contraption called Nigeria. We need to break it up. Because if we don't, our resources will be carted off, and our people will be enslaved. Yet again. Yes, we must. We must support it. We must support it. So listen, I'm saying this, So I am saying what I'm saying to you all. Because there are so many, look, we've got layers. You can see now that it's layers. Firstly, and here's a picture that I want to have in your mind. To bear in mind. You see, those who are in government now, tell me the difference between what they are doing now and what the colonials were doing 200 years ago. There's no difference. There's no difference. They're doing exactly the same thing. They are silencing the people from speaking up and demanding their rights. They killed the Aba women. They killed the reduction of Lagos 200,000, 20,000, 22,000 to 6,000. Every time people try to stand up for their right, it's about killing. In the north, Lord Lugard, not Lord, Lugard went and killed people in the north as well, all over the country. When they took Lagos, they went over, start taking over, killing and killing and killing. What's the difference between the killings then and killings now? The only difference is that the face of the people that you now see who are heading the killing are black. But the system remains the same. Exploitation. And you can see our land is still a land of occupation. For as long as we keep that name, we are slaves. Oh. He said it. He said it here. New frontier. So our own land, the land of our ancestors, is a frontier. It's a frontier that they can exploit and we don't get the benefits. Yes, we need to break Nigeria now. We have to break it. We have to break it. People who don't understand. I mean, they even have the power of temerity. And the person, let me go and do something. I'll just check something quickly, then I will then confirm it to you. I want to just go, let me just see. Let's do this. Because please, I hope you're sharing this broadcast. You owe yourself and your family that much. You should, because there's information in here that many should be aware of. Let me see. I'm just going to read something to you a minute. Sorry, I wasn't going to do that, but I'm trying to do this today. Okay, so listen to this now. Frontier. What does new frontier mean? Here's the reply. 1A. A newly established frontier, especially in U.S. history, one making a westward expansion of pioneer settlement. Also, a region offering new opportunity, especially one which is unfamiliar. But we have people in our own land. So those opportunities, they don't fall on us, Abi. We can't see it, Abi. Is that what you're saying to me? In fact, I will copy it so you can, let me go and pin that here so you can see. This is the Oxford Dictionary definition. So I will pin it. That's what frontier means, oh. That's what it means. So when people are saying to you, believe in Nigeria, what do they mean? If you're a black man and you're telling me to believe in Nigeria, it is two things. Either you are deep in self-hate, so much so that you are prepared to sell everything you have for that illusion of money that they put in front of you, or you really have been brainwashed and you don't care. It's one or the other. It's a shame. Exactly. So I've just put this here so you can see. Sorry, I'm not going to. So you can see that's what a frontier means. So do you think they care about the integrity in terms of, as you do, of your own ancestral land? They want to exploit it. These are the same people that are talking about, global climate extinction. When it comes to wealth, they don't care about that. These people are just there about to exploit. They're talking about various. Let's read the lines again. They're talking about veins. Now, veins, from my understanding, means that it runs deep. It can go. They can do commercial. It is a commercial level. The gold that they have in that area is commercial, to the point that they can make millions from it. And they now launch on the stock exchange. And if you go and look on the stock exchange, let's go and find out on the stock exchange. You'll see the price go up. Pantera on the stock exchange. Pantera, let me see again. Pantera Resources on the stock exchange. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Let's just do this. One second. I'm just going to, give me a minute, please. I'm just trying to, we need to understand where we're going. So let's have a look. You see? Now, okay, it's down by 3.65 at the minute. 8th of January. It's 32.15 on the stock exchange. So where was the high? I'm trying to see the high. So it's gone as far as 14. Let's have a look. 14, 15, 15. So it's dropped now. It's dropped somewhat, but 33.80, 33.89. Can you see? 33.90. That's the high. So 33.98. So can you see? Now imagine if this was on our stock exchange in Nigeria, and it was done by our own by a nation, a company that the nation has created. Imagine the kind of jobs. But this now, the value of this now, the real value when you finish that product, when the finished product is leaving the country. The benefits and all of that can create money, create jobs, provide funds for what we need, for the roads, hospital. And here's one more thing I want you to read that was alarming. Sorry. Now, let me read to you. When I read that, my head wanted to explode. Let me see. Right. Listen to this now. Listen to this bit. It said, it added, the site has excellent infrastructure. My people, not do well. Listen, my people not do well. He said, the site has excellent infrastructure. Do you know what that means? Let's try and go into that one. The infrastructure they're talking about is the infrastructure to take the resources out of that place quickly and finish it, do the finished product. It doesn't talk about your infrastructure like light for you and me, living on ground, or hospital. No. The excellent infrastructure is only targeted at how they can access the resources and extract it in the minimum time. The words are there. Read it. Read it. Hey, my people, you do well. You do well, oh. I'm explaining. Look, what I've just told you now is linked to that constitution. That constitution must not stand a day longer. Because for as long as we don't challenge that fraud, on 2 counts, at least now I've given you. 1, they stripped powers from our kings from as far back as 1979. They have no constitutional powers. So the people in that area, in that kingdom, when the Fulani herdsmen and those killers come in, they don't have protection from their king. Their king is only ceremonial. This is a fact that nobody can dispute. So change that. That constitution must go. Number 2, 68 items on the exclusive list. Smack on number 39 is this British farm begins associated with Moidao. We need to find out who. I need to find out Moidao Holdings Limited or Gurara Holdings, whatever they call themselves. We need to find out information. We need to know who owns it. Who owns Moidao Holdings Limited? Who owns Gurara Limited? We need to understand that, because this is how we are denied our own natural resources that belongs to the people. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So look, I'm just showing you it has excellent infrastructure. So you see, they are more interested in infrastructure to extract resources out, but they're not interested in infrastructure to help improve the lives of the people. Go and look at the oil. Look at the oil fields in Ebonyi and all these places. People, the water, they don't care about the people. That's why we need to break Nigeria. We have to break Nigeria apart. If we don't, we will remain a British company from which they can come and extract as and when they want. From their point of view, I can see that it's a business. But this is our lives, our people's lives. You and I now, we're sending money back home, and the government is making it difficult for our people to even get money direct into a bank account. They're exposing them in this so-called COVID-19 to harm, to go and kill. People are dying needlessly because we have no health care. But here we have the same place that telling us, oh, you are bad people, you are this. They are coming to take your resources. These are facts. I'm just saying, yes, it is. So these are things that I hope that you will learn from. We should all learn from. These are things. Look, don't look at this as though Citizen AY is just here to talk for himself. And this is for our benefit. I want you to see this as, don't leave this to yourself alone. Don't leave this information like this. Share it. Talk about it in your language even better. Because these are the information that our people need to be able to make important decisions. So they are happy to talk about the site having excellent infrastructure, only 150 kilometers from the capital city. That means that they don't care about the people living in there. They will just fly the thing. They will come in, extract, they're gone. It is a place where they can make millions, but at the expense of the people who own that resources. It doesn't belong to them. But because of this constitution that we are refusing to address, it will continue to happen. It will continue to happen. So less talk, more action. We need people who are serious about committing to this. Break it up. Let's break it up. It is not for our benefit. You can see the words of the company, and the share price is doing fantastic. It is doing fantastic because they are going to exploit. They are going to exploit and exploit and exploit, and our people. And yet we're trying to put food on the table for our own people. We need to understand that if we do not take this action, we cannot complain when the government is doing as they please, because we have clear plan of action now. Every community in the South will need to, the kings, in fact, the issue of the king has really explained everything now for all of us. And if you remain silent and talk about one Nigeria, please, oh, you're on your own. You're on your own, oh. You're on your own. Oh, I can't take this call now. I'll leave that. I can't take the call right now. So I am trying to bring this to all our attentions. Don't leave this silent. This is something you must share. This is something you must make everybody know of. Number one, those lands, those kings, for example, in fact, even more so, you see, if our kings had constitutional power, you see that area where they found this gold, the king would have had a say in it. Do you think any king had a say in this? Do you think any king had a say in this? Do you think that, do you think they had a say? Do you think so? I don't think so. I don't think any king, they don't, and the king will not have a say because he has no constitutional powers. That's why we need to break up that contraption. We need to break it up totally. It has to be dismantled, never to raise its head again. Never. So never, ever raise its head again. Never. And another thing is, once we do that, to now unify all Yoruba speaking areas, all Igbo speaking areas, to unify. Because as we know, the contraption was an enforced separation of people speaking the same language. Benin and Lagos. Country Benin. It's a large part, 1.2 million, 2 million Yorubas separated just to be able to conquer. Look, there is a work for us all to do, but let's just begin with this first. First things first. This is our land, our resources, and we must benefit from it before anybody else. This constitution is engaged in separating us from our natural God-given benefits. This constitution is engaged in ensuring that we never get the benefit of our own resources. Period. It is engaged in it. And the 68 items is the way they use to strip us daily. I don't want to say too much more, but there is more to be said. I want us all, our communities now, we need to protect our farmers, like Eastern Security Network is doing, and other networks. We need to organize ourselves, empower ourselves. Don't wait for somebody abroad alone. Start something on ground now. Start. When you start something and people see, people who, even those who might have difficulty in sending, they will find a way. But you need to start. Don't wait. And please forget this prayer nonsense. As an Igbo, as a Muslim, or as a Christian, this is not the time. The churches, they will not defend you. The church or the mosque cannot defend the farmer. The only people that can defend them is when you organize your groups into communities. The money that you can save to prepare yourselves, save that money instead of giving it to the church or to the mosque. Start with that. You need to have local reserves, local financial reserves that you need. And this is something, discussions and meetings. I'm sorry, this is what we need to be doing. There should be discussions and meetings urgently across the South, in every community, about the dangers. It's not a job for one person. This is a job that's for all of us. And until we understand this, if you're waiting for one magic person to come, it will never happen. And that is the trick that they put your mind on. Oh, Allah, oh, by Jesus Christ, somebody's coming to help. Nobody will help you. Nobody. They want you to believe in that long enough so that they can come and they see your land as a frontier. Welcome on board. They see your land as a frontier. Don't take my word for it. That is in there. Excellent infrastructure, new frontier. Here we go. See? The company said there was no previous drilling in the strategic new frontier in West Africa. You understand that? So don't be surprised when suddenly war is happening there. They are clearing because they want access to all that resources. They are clearing. And like I said, multinationals, they are only a front for nations. We've seen it before. Go in the 1897, Royal Niger Company was really the British government. But the front was this George Goldie. Same thing is happening. When are we going to learn? When are we going to learn? We need to wake up. And now they put them on the stock exchange here, and they're growing and they're shooting up in price. But the benefits of those diamond, it says here, diamond. But then we will rush. This is diamond in our own land, though. A program of 300 million diamond, 1,000 reverse circulation, Rousey drilling is proposed. In our own land. But yeah, we will fly to Europe to come and buy diamond, whereas diamond is in our own land. Please, this prayer nonsense, I'm sorry to say it. Where are the pastors? Where are the imams in these daily kings? Are they protecting? What part are they taking in protecting the farmers? I'm asking. If you say, Jesus Christ, yeah, fine. How are they protecting our farmers and our crops from being destroyed? How? And they will tell you it's not their job, but it's their job to collect money from you, Abi. No. No. So listen. Yeah. So I'm going to wrap up now. Somebody's calling me. Let me just take this call quickly. Castle, Mark Pada. Hello? Yes, sir. Hold on. Ejo, ma binu mo live by Mark Pada. Ejo. Mark Pada. Okay, bye. Okay, hold on. So, sorry about that. Listen, I had to take the call quickly. Listen, what I want to say is this. Look, your land, whether you call it Nigeria or not, those who are going to exploit it don't give a damn. You hear me? They don't give a fuck. Sorry about this. I'm sorry I'm swearing. They don't give a damn whether you call it Nigeria or not. What is important for them is to control it long enough to exploit it for their benefit. The question for you now is this. You have family, generations. You now see what they're doing. Are you going to stand for it? Despite what has happened to our ancestors, are we going to stand for that in 2021? I'm just asking a question. And I've told you the steps that they've used to control us, to make us feel powerless. We are powerful people, but we've been conditioned to think we are powerless. When we stand together, they can't match us, weapons or not, because we know our area. But I'm giving you the information. I'm giving you as much information that I can possibly share. I'm not doing this for fame. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm doing this because I believe in Oduduwa Nation. I believe in Biafra. It is ours. Just as much as Britain is standing and it's getting the support from its people, then we must encourage the rebirth of Oduduwa Nation and Biafra Nation for its people and Middle Belt. We must do that. What is good for the goose is good also for the gander. End of story. You are not going to exploit my land and continue to paint me in a poor light. We shouldn't accept that. When they're telling you believe in one Nigeria, they want you to continue to believe in the mental enslavement camp that you're in and remain on your knees. I'm here to tell you, get off your knees. When we stand up together, we are unstoppable. Your land should not be a frontier. That is a slap on our faces to see our land as a frontier. But you won't hear them say that on any of the government floors. No. You will hear it in places where they know many are not listening. That's why I showed you. Look again at that British company. Look at them. The share value going up. It's going up because of the resource. Because it's linked directly to this here. A program of 300 million diamond. How much is that in money? Quantify it. Go and quantify it. Reverse circulation. And we are here praying. And we are here praying if somebody comes. Nobody's going to help us. Forget UN helping us. This is something we have to do ourselves. It's our land. Forget anybody else helping you. If they try and come and help you, they're coming there to get their cut. End of story. These are the facts. These are the facts. And I hope I don't mean to be blunt, but these are the facts of the matter. We have no healthcare yet. Billions, they are about to make billions upon billions upon billions of dollars from that resource. But yet we will never have good roads. Now you know why. Now you know why. They will make billions upon it's a new frontier. That means they don't see you as people. They don't see you as a human being. That means that they will clear everything, you and your family. They don't care. That resource is theirs as far as they're concerned. That's why we need to break apart that constitution collectively. It's not a job for one man. I'm not interested in sitting down in one room and talking to a few people here who have been paid anyway. This is something that we need to say in the open. Say it out in the open. The more people know, the weaker their powers. When we tell more people and more people are aware of this, you weaken their powers. We now take over our land. We pay the people who are supposed to. If you're going to exploit our land, the least you must do is make sure that you pay for what you're going to take out. That's how it works. As it stands now, we are being taken for mugs. Our resources is being taken. Look, the wealth, if they pay each one of us, as we speak now, 100 million naira each, we still have enough wealth in that land for perpetuity. If they pay 200 million people, 100 million naira now, and they will have more, and they will still have money, more than enough, 10 times over at least, to build infrastructure. But here you are. You're being told you have nothing. You have nothing. You have nothing. You have nothing. And then we need to know who is the Gorada Holdings? Who is the Moidan joint venture? Who are they? We already know what Pantera Resources are. They're a UK company. We know that. We know that. So, these are facts that, look, this thing is affecting too many people to remain quiet. The best way to do this, I don't care who hears me, is to tell the whole world what is happening. They're telling us we're thieves, we're crooks, and everything else. That we have no good. We will never amount to anything. Our land is blessed. What is being done is we are being separated from our resources in our own land. Yeah, we need to have, yes, around the stupid parties, some unnecessary joint venture. Yes, of course. Benny, sir, Benny, yeah, absolutely. Alaji, yes, you're right. So look, what I'm saying here, I don't care who hears me. I don't care. I'm saying the fact. If I'm lying, they can come and dispute it. The evidence of everything. I'm using their own paperwork to expose them. It's not what I'm writing. These are facts that you have to connect the dots. We have not connected the dots for too long. For too long. They are going to, look, a program of $300 million diamond, $300 million diamond, 1,250 million reverse circulation drilling is proposed. They're talking about veins. Veins means that the beginning of those, where they find those minerals, has got even far deeper, quite far, that they can extract resources. That could be jobs for our people. That could have been a company for us within our own country. But no, it's in Wales. And that's because of this constitution. That's because of this fraudulent constitution. And we need to, those who are in the know, please share this information. I will try and talk about it again. These are, when we talk about the fraudulent constitution and how it's damaging our lives, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Yes, this is not time to party. Yoruba, Igbo, exactly. Exactly. It's not a time to party at all. Look, our land is seen as a frontier. Do you know what that means? When the new so-called America, when they went into when Europeans went into America, they saw the native land as a land for them to grab as they please. They didn't care about the people. It's the same strategy here. It's the same strategy here. It's the same strategy here. We better wake up. We better wake up. I'm sounding the alarm, and we can take control. You see, if we all speak up, they will stop. If we all stand up, this will stop. But if we all look at it and then look the other way and continue these nonsense prayers that left us in our knees and impoverished our own people. Yes, we need to do something now. Yes. So I'm all for, like I said, our communities right now, we need to be giving them this information. We are not seen as a nation. We are seen as a new frontier to be conquered all over again. They gave it away. It's not me saying it. It's a new frontier in West Africa. Hey, my people. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. I'm laughing, but it's an ironic laugh. It's not something to laugh about. It makes me want to cry. To be honest with you, I want to cry right now. I just feel, so sad that the people blessed with so much have no idea of the blessings they have. That they're now looking to those who have nothing to tell them that they have to pray for us to be blessed when they're already blessed. Infinitely. Sad. It's really sad. Where have we gone? How did we miss the road? Why are we doing this to ourselves? They are going to take diamonds from our land, publicize it all over the world, and our people will not benefit, and we are happy with that? This is there's a season for every nonsense. This time our season. Yes, exactly. So I'm here, Yes, we should refuse the campaign. Christo Joe Ogolo. Look, we need to find out. Let me go and look. In fact, I want to find out that area. Where is that area? Let me see. Just bear with me. I'm trying to just do this with you live, literally. It says Pi Massa project. Let me just see Nigeria. Let me see. Copy. Let me see Pi Massa. So let me see what area that is. I'm trying to see. Okay. Pi Massa. I'm trying to find out where is Pi Massa. So, Pi Massa and Dagma. So let me just see Pi Massa and Dagma. I'm trying to find out as much information here. The companies in Mali, Kaka, Burkina Faso, 2 in Nigeria, Pi Massa and Dagma. Can you see? And our people are, our people, and we're saying we're not rich, we're poor. You see that? So Pi Massa and Dagma. So let me just see. I'm gonna try and find out where is Pi Massa in Nigeria. Let me see what in Nigeria. Let me just see what it looks like. I'm trying to just give you information now. Okay. I will do some more. I mean, we should all do this. We should all do this. Because suddenly you see, oh, this diamond is worth this. It's coming from your land, though. It's coming from your land. But then you tell you're poor. It's coming from your land. My people will need to wake up, honestly speaking. We need to wake up. It is time we woke up. It is really time we woke up. Your land is seen as a frontier. It is a frontier in West Africa. So you as a people, you are insignificant. You don't have, and when you're insignificant, you can't have human rights. You get it? When you are insignificant, you can't have human rights. Because those who consider you insignificant won't let your human rights affect their drive to get profits. It's a numbers game. It's about access to the wealth, to the exclusion of those who it belongs, you and I. So, I am probably going to wrap up here. I know we've done this for about an hour or so, something like that. If you have any questions, let me see. Oh, it's not on. Not on. I didn't. Okay, it's fine. If you have any, before I run up, what is the what I would like you all to do, above all else, right now, is to make sure that people know that all our kings, they have no constitutional powers, even as I speak to you. And it's important they know that, because every time something goes wrong, they will say, go and speak to the king. Go and speak to this one. Yes, we need to wake up, enough of this nonsense. Exactly. They go and speak to the king. It's very important that our people know that the kings have no power. Alake has no power. Oni has no power. Alaafin of Oyo has no power. No constitutional power. They cannot protect their own people. Anybody telling you otherwise, it's a lie. And the quicker we, the people, know that fact, we will know that we are left to ourselves to protect and defend ourselves and our land. And we take the action we need to take. I'm not interested in anybody talking about party or whatever. I'm interested in our people protecting themselves. And once we start doing that, we now go towards the issue of the Constitution. It has to be redrawn. It has to be rewritten. We have to tear this up. Because they've taken everything from us. They've taken everything. The 68 items has taken away any way we might have to redeem ourselves as people. And it's made it central. That is why I'm saying to you all, any idea that these people in government will give up power, they won't do. But we need to start protecting ourselves. Sovereignty belongs to you and I. And the minute the government failed to protect the citizens now, having begun to protect themselves in their own community, they are restoring sovereignty to themselves. And they can now decide what happens in their land. Because a government that fails to protect the people, if you notice, they are quick to send in people to protect the pipelines, to protect any resources. They're quick. But when it comes to the people, they don't care. They don't care about the people. In fact, they want to kill off the people because they want access to their resources. And that's why the people now, having protected themselves, that's why we need the people to be awake, to begin to protect themselves and their land and their resources. They can now use the resources to benefit themselves first and foremost. This government is about denying the people their rights to their resources, using the fraudulent constitution that they imposed on us. That's what they did. They imposed this fraudulent constitution on all of us. These are the facts. Anybody can care, come online to try and tell me I'm talking nonsense, and let's see where that takes them. I'm prepared to discuss with anybody on any platform. We can discuss it. We can set up a Zoom meeting if you're so sure that what I'm saying is a lie. Let's have a Zoom meeting. Let's do it. And then you can explain to me how this constitution protects anybody. How this constitution guarantees us safety and security. Anybody you care to mention, bring them on. So I am committed to this for the rest of my life. I don't want we have too much resources. We have too much gifts from the most high above for us to remain on our knees. We are willingly giving away what belongs to us because we've been told lies about who we are. We need to be commemorating our ancestors every year, just like they commemorate their ancestors every year here. Another story I'd like to tell you. Before the Second World War, many people don't know this. 200,000 plus people came from location Nigeria, location 9 or whatever they want to call it, that contraption called Nigeria, to support the war effort here. And they didn't come willingly. Our chiefs were told, if you do not bring X amount of men or to the place, we will deny you money, because they took powers away from the king and from our chiefs and our kings. So they were forced. They were forced to provide men. And at that time, that was when the women started rebelling about the Aba women. It was around that time. And then the women in Lagos. And not one plaque anywhere talks about our Nigerian men that went to fight 200,000 that went to fight the war. Not one plaque. It only talks about Africa. Africa is a big place with 52 countries. If they don't remember us, why can't we remember ourselves? If they don't remember us, they explain, and there's a quote that they said. Chamberlain said, "Oh, we are going to fight the Second World War, to fight the scourge of oppression." The colonials came and oppressed us in our land. How about that? And then with the oppression, they forcibly took us. They rationed our food. Our food was rationed. Our resources were taken forcibly. And you tell me to believe in one Nigeria? Fuck that. I'm just giving you stories about the fact. We don't know our history. And until we know all these things, it's to know it. And there's a reason why they don't want us to know these things. Because they know that if you know the steps you would take, you would free yourself. Knowledge frees you. Knowledge frees you. Mentally, physically, and everything. It frees you. When you get the knowledge of your history, nobody can control you. They cannot take you over. But when they control the knowledge that you get, of course, they're in control, because they don't want you to know these facts. They don't want you to know it. So these are things that we need to change. What I'm doing here is not for our generation. Let me be very, very clear about this.